surprise you and start on time. This is your perception, expectations that these guys are probability to start on time in Greece tends to zero actually. But we have managed to, in all our conferences, to start and finish a little bit earlier. We have, I think, a different, I don't want to say unique way of organizing conferences. And by the end of the second day, if you like it, you're welcome to join. So, good morning. My name is Gregory Papanikos. I'm the president of this association that organizes beautiful events every week, May, June, July in Athens. I'm going to do a random presentation, whatever I have in mind, I'm going to tell you. And then one of our vice presidents, Professor Poulos, he will do the more formal opening and give you information. And another vice president that we have, Professor Papas, he will chair the first session. Let me just explain for the benefit of those that they came early. Let me explain, even though we are called an institute, we're an association. There is a reason why we call our association an institute, and this might be of interest to you. The reason is that an institute, for the benefit of our members, and only for the benefit of our members and not for our association, usually, if they want to apply for funding, they get funding easier. So when we started this 20 years ago, some members say, what about if we want to apply for some funding? If you call yourself an association in Europe, it's very difficult to get funding because nobody takes you seriously. Now, of course, still, maybe some people do not take us serious, but believe it or not, we are very serious when it comes to the application of our policies. And speaking about funding, we don't keep anything for ourselves, for our association. It's up to you. So you use actually, if you want our association, our institute, to do whatever you like, pending that first is an academic thing, and second that is legal. Because in Greece, doing anything you like, sometimes they want to cross the border of legality. So this is the reason why we don't give certificates of attendance if you're not here. We kick you outside the program if you're not presenting. And that's what I said a different way. So the final program will be posted tomorrow afternoon. And then we'll start the evaluation of papers, submit the papers, because papers that they're not presenting here, even if you're here, they're not considered for publication. So this clears and the association and the institute. The second thing that is important is to understand that we are not a Greek association. We're a world association of academics based in Athens, Greece. So you are more than welcome. Don't see Greeks here from Greece. You are more than welcome to join. Maybe this is the reason why we have some success. But less than 10% of our membership comes from Greece, and usually they are members that they have a lot of, like myself, that we have a lot of experience outside Greece. So, and this year our executive committee has decided what we call to de-Hellenize our institute. That means we don't want Greek names. We discriminate against Greek names. So we have invited a lot of people that they like what we are doing, and I should admit, many people do not like what we are doing. We're not going to change it. If it's 99%, 95% they like what we are doing, we want to stick with our policies, and actually our policies are decided by our Chairman of the Executive Committee. But if you like what we are doing, and happens to have not a Greek family name, you are more than welcome to help us. It looks strange, but I warn you, we are different. So you are more than welcome to help us. And of course, you can ask me. I'm going to be tonight, I'm going to disappear, I'm going to be around, but I'll be tonight during the Greek night eating with you. And if you really want something of sort of collaboration involved, please let us know. The second thing that I want to say is that even though we are good in organizing conferences, let me tell you how we organize. We never organize big events. For us, we have it there, but nobody reads it, even myself. For us, a good conference is if we have 25 to 50 papers, but from many different countries. So actually, what we are doing, we're not doing conferences, we're doing small meetings. But if we call it meetings, then they're not yet financed. So people want, it's our members that they are. So we call it a conference. So it's small, but very parallel. So this is our trick, and this is our unique way. So if a conference grows larger, in other words, what we are doing, we chop it. So that's why we grow. I say all that because some people, they think they'll come here and find 1,000 people or 500 people, like the big conference in the United States. Even though we warn them that we organize small events, some people, their perception is different. Now, even though we organize these good academic meetings, we're not doing a very good job in publication. Actually, we're not a publication house. We have to be sincere. The reason that we publish is because it's part of an academic conference in order to get finance. It's for you, actually, not for us. But, and it's based upon the peer review. So if you really want to help us and improve the quality of our publications, please join in forces, and if you have the credibility, of course, the academic credibility, join forces and help us with this publication. Third and last, do I talk too much, George? No, again. 6 minutes again. Third, the way that we every conference has academic members. Most of us are volunteers, and but we have a lot of administration. We pay them and we solve the problem of Greek unemployment, if there is one. Now, in each room, there is a research assistant to help you. So if you have problems with the computer, problems with your stick, the unit, don't ask me, I'm the worst person to ask. Now, if you have problems with the administration of the conference, we have 2 people outside, they handle 2,500 people this year. So they know what they are doing, and if they don't know, write me an email after the conference so we can fire. But make sure that you talk to a problem person, and 99% are going to solve your problem. This happens in all conferences because of the different way that we organize. I don't have much else to say. I wish you a nice stay, and George Poulos. I should say that. We have 4 vice presidents, 1 president. Now, to see the internationality of our association, one comes from South Africa. You can tell right away from his South African accent. And talking about accent, the best English accent here is my accent. If you cannot imitate my accent, then there is a problem with your English language. But seriously, don't be intimidated if you don't speak English very well. And this is important because English for us is a language of communication. We don't accept any political, social, cultural, whatever connotation might be implied by the use of the English language. So I want to say for the non-English, and if you have a problem with the English speaking English, it's terrible their accent, by the way. So, and if you don't understand a question, then you can say during the break, please, we can discuss the issue. So the second vice president is not here, but he's professor in Singapore. The third, Professor Papa, born in California, but he's Texas, and he's going to be around. And the fourth one is from California, he's California State University. So you see, we have, I consider the United States different states, and they are far away from each other, so Europe actually. So you can see the internationality of our association. I'd like to thank you for being here. I wish you all the best for this conference. And please let me know if you have anything after the conference finishes. And of course tonight, during the Greek night, anything about collaboration or academic collaboration, I'll be available. Thank you very much.
Good morning from me.
Not get you out. You make too much noise. You make too much noise. I had to do that. Let's go outside.
This is Darren McGuire.
This is
My
short
new research assistant.
It looks nice.
Statistics. Just a few bits of information on the institute. Right. Atiner was established in 1995, and its mission has been to act as a forum of academics and researchers from all over the world who come together to this historic cradle of democracy, Athens, in order to exchange ideas, to research, to interact with each other, to discuss future developments in their disciplines. Basic activities of Atiner include the organizing and hosting of international conferences such as this one, symposiums, carrying out of research, and the production of various publications. And since 1995, Atiner has organized more than 350 international conferences and other events, and has published close to 150 books. It has also organized numerous roundtable discussions and public speeches on topical issues. The Institute is also currently involved in an ambitious project regarding the proposed establishment of an academic village. The aim is to establish a community of research scholars and academics such as yourselves. The proposed village will include a conference center, living facilities, as well as facilities for research and recreation. And you'll find more information on this project in your file. Turning to today's formal activities, you should each have a program by now. Please note, and this is important, that each presentation is limited to 15 minutes. The chairpersons will keep time and will use the 3 and 1 minute reminder cards. And I'd like to ask the chairs to adhere strictly to the time constraints. Please allow for questions and discussion after all the papers have been presented and not after each paper. The chairpersons must also fill out the report forms that they'll be receiving. This is important because the final program will be based on the chairperson's reports. Should you need to make use of technical facilities in your presentation, please confirm that everything is in order before the session begins. And there will always be someone from the admin staff to help in this regard. I see Vasily here at the moment, and he'll be able to help you before the session as far as the PowerPoint presentations are concerned. And of course, there will also be a coffee break between each session where you can continue with discussion. You should also consult the social program, which is red in color in your file. The Greek night tonight is to be recommended. Apart from Greek cuisine, there will be lots of Greek music and dancing, and you can join in if you like. And then there's the urban walk tomorrow. The person in charge of that is Dr. Gregory Katsas, very knowledgeable on sites here in Athens, and you'll meet him tomorrow. Then follows the Greek cruise to selected islands and the visit to the ancient site of Delphi. Now, on the issue of publications, just a few words on this. The Institute is involved in numerous publications. Firstly, there are the abstracts which are published. Now, I know that there are some institutes that wish to have abstracts published as well. It's important for them. Other institutes do not give so much attention to such publication, but we do have them published in any case. Secondly, the papers that are presented are placed on the web as part of an online paper series soon after the conference, and these have their own ISSN number. They are not peer-reviewed, please note this, but they can of course be cited, which is important of course. The purpose of this publication series is to firstly disseminate the information in your paper as quickly as possible, and secondly to allow for feedback from your peers in case you wish to make amendments before submitting your paper for publication in the book. If you do not wish to have your paper put on the web at this stage, you can let us know and we can hold on to it until such time that you notify us to do so. And then we have the book publications. You'll receive an email soon after the conference asking you for a final draft of publication consideration and any other information that may be relevant. All papers that are submitted for the book will go through a referee process before they'll be considered for publication. And then finally, Atiner now has its own journal series. We commenced with this journal series at the beginning of this year. And these journals include papers which are considered to be outstanding in content from these conferences. And they are selected and peer-reviewed by an editorial board. On the issue of collaboration, we at Atiner would like to collaborate with other institutions, such as the ones that you come from, and academics and researchers in institutes are invited to collaborate with us on research and education projects. If you have a project in mind that you would like to start and you would like to collaborate with us, we can assist with quite a lot as far as organizing of conferences, mini conferences, sessions are concerned, and we can get the ball rolling as far as that's concerned, and perhaps invite other people who are specialists in that particular field to join us as well. If you're not yet a member of the Institute, we'd like you to join and to assist with the reviewing and editing papers. We need a few extra reviewers and editors. And part of our vision is to organize visiting fellowships. We are now in the process of discussing this as well. Well, not much more for me to say. Colleagues, as is clear from the program, you come from so many different countries. We at Athens sincerely hope that you're going to enjoy yourself and also this opportunity to interact with each other, that you'll enjoy the conference, that you'll want to go back home, and that you'll go back home with fond memories of not only Athens, this conference, but that you'll want to come back to more conferences here at Athens. Thank you very much for being here. I'm going to hand over to Dr. Papas to say a few words. Want to add anything? Thank you and enjoy the conference. Thanks very much.
Hi, my colleagues. I'd like to welcome you for coming to our 8th annual Mathematics and Systems and Mathematics Education Conference. I will be chairing the first session, and one of the things that Professor Wu also mentioned is that we adhere strictly to 15-minute time limit. Most mathematicians are quite good at that, and historians are. I'm a historian by profession. The reason I'm chairing this is my sister is a mathematician, so she was always my crush for mathematics, so to speak. Anyway, let's get started. If you are chairing another session and you haven't done it before, feel free to come and see me now. I'll tell you everything. It's very simple. We're basically glorified timekeepers. We don't comment on the papers. We allow you to comment. And of course, one other thing to keep in mind is that the most important periods for us to exchange ideas are the tea and coffee breaks. That way, people can talk informally about their papers instead of grandstanding, as many of us sometimes do. So. We'll start right now. Thank you so much. Our first presenter, and she's been here a number of times, it's Kundruta Simona Stoica, Associate Professor at the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science at the Faculty of Exact Sciences Aurel Vlaicu in the University of Arad in Romania. Her fields of research and scientific interests are mathematical analysis and mathematical modeling of economic processes. She's published several books, 65 papers, and has been a participant in conferences both in Romania and abroad. She's also a member of our institute in the mathematics